Hi guys, welcome along to another episode. Right, in this episode we are going to be giving you a massive walkthrough of all the progress which has been going on. There's been a lot of changes since we last met and you're going to be excited to see this, so stay tuned and enjoy the show. Right, and guys, welcome to this little walk around video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you everything that we've been up to because it's been a while since we've done any filming. We've been very, very busy and unfortunately the film has had to take a little bit of a backseat. So I'm just going to get you up to speed and show you exactly what's been going on. While we're outside, I'll show you the windows. You can see that the windows are now installed. We've got each and every one fitted in this property, which is amazing. It means it's now pretty warm inside as well. There's also something else in there which is keeping us nice and toasty. Let's go inside and have a look. Right, so first of all, out here not much has changed. This is just the main hallway, so this is going to be sort of one of the last things to do. In here you can see the windows, as we've already mentioned outside, they have all been fitted. We've had a good tidy up in here, reduced our G-deck down and reduced the amount of stuff that we had on site because obviously over time stuff builds up. We've managed to get rid of all that and basically condense everything down to what we need. Sparkers are well underway with their first fix, so this room is nearly wrapped up. Plumbers are done in here totally. Yeah, all that's to do in here now before the plasters arrive is insulation in the ceilings and get our metal stud work up in front of the windows. Let's go upstairs because that's where the main bit has been happening. Let's go. Let's head up here. First thing you notice is the extra bedroom that we've put in. There's plenty of room in here. It's a very spacious bedroom, as you can tell. Loads of room, little TV against the wall. Not really, obviously not. This is going to be a nice little cupboard. The toilet downstairs, as I'll show you in a minute, is quite narrow and had a really high ceiling. So we decided to drop the ceiling in there to create this cupboard on the landing, or on the half landing. Just gives a bit of extra storage space for the people that buy the house. Handy for your Hoover, suitcases, anything like that. So yeah, it's just a nice little addition. The reason the floor is so high here as well is when the stairs come in, the new set of stairs which we're having, the stringer will come round and obviously meet this height here. So we didn't want it too low, so there was a step down into it. So that is why it's this height. Right, let's crack on upstairs and you can see what else is up here. Before we go fully upstairs, you'll probably notice that the plasterboard has come down to a certain point here. So what's going to happen is this old staircase is being taken out and we're going to put a new staircase in. When the staircase goes in, the guys from Lindale that are going to be fitting it are also going to be finishing it. When the case is actually installed, it's going to be a finished case. So what we've done is basically brought the board down to here so we can get the ceiling skimmed and finished up there. And then once the case is in, we can then bring everything down to the string line of the staircase, which makes our life a lot easier because the last thing we want to do is board this down there and then it'd be slightly out on the string line because we want that to be absolutely perfect. That is why we've only done half a job here. Right, let's go and have a look in the bathroom. Right, so this is the main bathroom. The design has changed quite a bit through the whole build. But what is currently happening, well, what is definitely happening now, because it's a bit late, this area here is going to be the shower. You can see there, obviously the tray's not going to sit like that, but it will sit in the alcove there. There's going to be a double vanity unit sat here with a his and her sink, and also a nice wall hung, well, a recessed cabinet in here as well. Just around here, this will be the bath, and there will be a toilet there. There's going to be a towel rail over there as well. Everything in this room that you can see, which is still plasterboard, is going to be tiled. So there's two walls that aren't, and they're going to be painted, and obviously the ceiling as well. Everything else is going to be floor to ceiling tiles in here. It's going to look absolutely mint. Right, let's go and have a look in the other rooms. Right, let's pop into this bedroom. So this bedroom is pretty much done. Obviously we've still got the second fix to do in here, but we have got our guy doing the coving and it looks awesome. It really finishes it off. We had a few different designs to choose from and we felt this one was the most in keeping with the property. We've also got the ceiling roses going in as well in the vast majority of the rooms. So yeah, this is pretty much ready now. Skirting and architrave is going to land in this week so we can start getting this room second fixed, and then the decorator's going to come in and get a mist coat everywhere. So it's looking smart. We're well happy with how these are turning out. Let's go through there and look at the ensuite and the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom. In here, coving's not yet done. This is the worst room for him because there's lots and lots of angles in here, so this is going to be a lot of fun for him. But yeah, everything else is done in here. Again, just the second fix and the coving to be done. Ceiling rows to go up on the ceiling, and then the ensuite. So the ensuite is ready for the tiler. If you remember from previous videos, the man, the myth, the legend that is Greg the tiler, he will be back doing the tiling on this job. So we're going to get a few videos with him doing some various bits, which is always nice. We like Greg. Right, so in this room, all that's been skimmed is the ceiling. Everything else is ready. You can see we've got our elements board up in here, same as the main bathroom. So we just got some tanking to do in here, get the tray fitted, and then this is ready for Greg to start working his magic. Top floor, pretty much wrapped up. Let's go downstairs and see what's been going on down there. Hey, come on, let's go and have a look at the toilet. Right, so in here, this is the toilet that I was talking about. So this is the ground floor WC. You can see we've reduced the ceiling height, but it's still ample. There's still plenty of room in here. Because it's quite narrow, it seemed really bizarre to have a really high ceiling. It's over 3 meters, so it just seemed like a bit of a waste of space, really. So it just made sense to drop it, give us the storage space above. All we're having in here is obviously a toilet, a basin, and that is it. There's going to be underfloor heating in here, so there's no towel rail or anything like that. No need for any radiators. Because it's quite narrow, we thought it would make it a bit squashed in here, so we just left it at that. So yeah, this is going to be a nice little room. Where you are now, there's going to be a door here. Obviously, because we're in such a high building with so many floors, we need to make sure that the basement is segregated from the rest of the property. So there's going to be a fire door here to blank everything off. All right, let's go down the basement and I can show you what's going on down there. Right, this has changed quite a bit. So, first of all, obviously the stairs are going to be coming down here. What we didn't want was a door at the bottom of the stairs opening out this way. It would just make this feel a little bit too enclosed. Our staircase is going to come in line with this trimmer here. So we're going to have quite a narrow corridor. And the last thing we wanted was another door there to cause us any issues. What we're going to have is another door approximately here, which will lead us into this, which will be the bedroom. You can see we've got all the stud work up in here. I say we, but it was actually Pete that's done all this, so fair play to him. He's absolutely smashed through this. So this will be one of the bedrooms. We've got later on this week, the doors are coming for here. So this is going to be a single fixed pane on the left-hand side and then an opening door on the right-hand side. It's going to be nice. There's going to be lots of light coming in here. It's not going to be anywhere near as dark as it is in here now. Hopefully you can still see me. Hello, hello. Right, in here, this will be the bathroom for downstairs, the basement bathroom. We are having a 2 metre by 1 metre tray going in here. So this will be the main shower area. We're going to square this off slightly here. So we've got a nice little shelf or a ledge here for people to put their various shampoos and stuff like that on. There'll be a toilet there, basin there, and we've got a towel rail going in the shower area there as well. So it's quite a nice sized bathroom to have downstairs. It's worked out really well. We did reduce it slightly because we thought it was probably a bit too big, and then it's obviously meant that we've got more space in the bedroom over there as well. Shaped up to be quite nice actually. Right, let's have a look through here. This again will be another bedroom. You can see that the stud work is well underway in here. Once the sparkers have finished their first fix, we have got some ducting to put through for extraction for that bathroom. So we're going to be putting in some very low profile stuff. So we just got to do a little bit of making good in areas just to get our ducting through. We've also got some stud work to go up here. We're yet to decide exactly what's going to go on with this archway area and also this little recess bit here as well. We're probably going to put some seating and some shelves and stuff like that in just to make it a bit of storage space, so just look a bit more like it's meant to be there. Right, utility room. So this is, or will be, the utility room. We're going to probably have a sliding door in here. We do have a pocket door from Eclise, well, the pocket door system framework that we were going to put upstairs when originally what is now the ensuite was going to be the main bathroom. So we do have that, which we're going to use here. That will work quite well because it's quite a closed in area. It will make life a lot easier just to have a sliding door in here. We're still undecided about the exact position of everything in here, so I won't go too much into it. You can see one thing though down here. We've got the underfloor heating manifold all plumbed in, all wired up, well, temporarily wired up, and we've actually got warmth. The heat coming from this is amazing. It's been very, very cold on site recently, so it's absolutely amazing to have some heating on. It's made such a difference to the whole house. It's been on over the weekend. It's now Monday, and we came in, opened the door, and we thought it was summer. It was crazy. It was actually heat in the house. Right, into the kitchen. So this is going to be the big kitchen. What we're going to do is have units coming from this point here, right the way around. These are all just going to be base units. We may have some more units, but at the minute, as it stands, we're just having base units. And these units are going to continue all the way to this point here. We're going to have a gas hob, and we're then going to have an extractor above it, which will go out the front. And then from this point here, this is all going to be full height units to approximately here, and then we're going to install some shelves which kick back at this angle. So if you can imagine, the units will come out to this point here, and then we're going to basically just dive this back in to run in line with this wall here with some shelving units in there. There's also going to be an island in the middle here somewhere. exact position to be decided, but yeah, the island will go there. So it's going to be a big kitchen, lots of storage, lots of worktop space. It's going to be very, very nice indeed. Right, the guys are just having their break. Hi everybody. Right, so in here we're going to have a TV point on the wall here. We did decide it's better than that wall over there because that wall's at an angle, so if people have got a table and chairs here, you want to look at a flatter wall rather than an angled TV. We've got the lantern to go in up there, which will hopefully be going in maybe this week, definitely next week. So yeah, we're making a great steed. Let's go and have a look in the garden, see what's been going on out here. Right, the garden. Not a great deal has actually happened out here. However, what we've done is, because we're having a slight issue with changing our water main, I don't know if you remember, we've done the water main at the front rather than out the back. We've had to put in a temporary supply, a sort of permanent temporary supply. So that now runs down here, all the way along here, and comes into this point here. So when our supply is changed out the front, we can just simply unscrew this here, take this all out the way, cut it off, and then put a garden tap on there. So we've got water outside. For the potential purchaser of this house, they'll have a tap there. We are very, very close to starting on this garden. So we've got our doors at the back come in this week, so they'll be fitted by the end of this week, and then once they're in, we'll then have our exact levels that we're going to bring this ground to, which means all this patio work can start. Getting the garden sorted can start as well, because it means the steps can be done, so we know exactly what our height's going to be for the ground level up there. We will turn a massive corner, and it's going to make life a lot nicer. We can get rid of all the crap finally, which is ultimately what we want, isn't it? That is where we're at the minute. Hopefully you've enjoyed this cheeky little walk around. If you have, give us a big thumbs up. If you've got any questions about it, drop them in the comments below and we'll get back to you. That's it. See you next time. Right, in the next episode, we are going to be installing the back doors. It's a monumentous step forward and they look amazing, so make sure you tune in to see that. Also, the steps going from the patio area up into the main garden, Ian's going to be putting them in. Take care, guys. See you next time.